Hello and welcome back. So, continuing on with this new BundleManager and BundleAsset and its interface. In this video, we're going to kick things off with the interface, a little discussion about why there's an interface, and the BundleAsset class.
Right. The reason why we have an interface is I just like the ability of having the power to add functionality later, but still be able to enforce a contract. I had mentioned in the overview video that in our in this BundleManager, that there is some functionality that I put in there that I'm not happy with its location, and it's just a temporary fix. What I have in mind, but I haven't had time to mess with yet, is moving that functionality into a bundled asset that was derived from this interface, such that it can have special functionality. Let's particularly in this case, it would be like a train patch bundled asset. So only train patches would be using this particular type of bundled asset, and it would have specialized functionality to deal with whether or not that bundle will still be loaded at the time that it's been queued up. And also, right now, this is a very simple example. We're just starting to put asset bundles into place, and we only have two different types. We have a common train asset bundle, and we have train patches. But as the systems evolve and we start getting into things like trees and foliage and NPCs and towns and whatever you have, we're going to have potentially hundreds of different types of asset bundles. And each one of those might not be fully generic and interchangeable. They might have to have special code that gets executed at load time. And by using an interface, I can ensure that all the asset bundles conform to the ground rules that this system needs to have in place, but still be able to have special functionality for each one of them.
Okay,
so
sounds
that's
good.
why we're going to use an interface. So let's start off by creating an interface. Well, first I'm going to create a folder. So add folder. And for now, I'm just going to throw it inside of scripts until this system matures more. It's still very much a work in progress. So this will be abstracts. And inside of abstracts, I will create a new interface. And I shall call this interface bundled asset. Make sure I spelt it right. Go ahead and do some cleanup. And we'll make this a public interface. Now, what does an bundled asset need to have? Well, I want to have a name. So this is going to be just a way that we can keep track of what the bundled is with a friendly type name. I want to know the URL. So where is this bundle to be located at? I want to be able to have access to the asset bundle itself from here. So I will add the asset bundle, or at least a reference to it. I want to know when this asset bundle is done loading. So there will be a boolean for is done. And finally, I want to be able to execute functionality once this bundle has been loaded. So I'm going to have an action that is going to take an argument of a bundled asset. So I don't have an unbundled.
Yeah.
So we'll put that there. And I'm going to call this callback. And this will have a get and a set. So this is pretty much our interface. go ahead and kill the stuff I'm not using. Build it, make sure it's all good. And then we need to make a class of this. So which is kind of fun is we can just pretty much copy a lot of this. Go ahead back to scripts, add a new class, a new item, class. We'll call this BundledAsset. Go ahead and paste. Change this to a class. Set these to public.
Go ahead and put bundled asset before the interface.
Yep. And everybody's happy. So that gives us an interface and a simple bundled asset. Right now, we're just going to use this bundled asset. But like I said, this is very much a work in progress. So as time goes by, we very well may see a terrain patch bundled asset,
Okay.
a MPC bundled asset, whatever we want to have. So, but that is it for this video.
Okay, cool.
And in the next one is when the real work begins, when we start putting together the BundleManager.
Ooh, sounds fun. All right, well, with that, that is going to conclude this video. Thanks a lot, everyone, and we'll see you guys in the next video.